Hello and welcome back to episode number 2 and game number 1 of this save with Monster Sport de Recife. We are in the State League, 9 games in this State League, a bunch of teams from second division and below. We should be favourites to win this. The only real challenge we've got is Nautico. They are in the second division. Apart from that, everyone is third division or lower. The team looks like this. And it's a very young looking side, and it's a side that we have brought in based on the training ratings of the players for the past couple of weeks. It's going to be Denival in goal, Victor Gabriel at left back, Marcelo at centre back, Felipe playing alongside him, Marino at right back, Lucas Andre in that defensive midfield role, Bruno Mateus and Helber Italo in the centre of midfield, Cosme on the left, Everton Philippe on the right, and Rodrigo up front. On the bench, Salo, Uathon, Sabino, Rafael Tahir, Sanda, Caceres, Dena, Naresi, Jadison, Vanegas, Paragres. So we've got 11 players on the bench for this game. 4-3, like I said, it's a very, very young looking side. If we just get the ages up here, it's 20, 16, 16, 18, 16, 17, 18, 21, 23, 16, and Rodrigo, the elder statesman, 27 years of age. A lot of potential in this side, really, apart from Albert Italo. Good potential with a lot of these players. So we're going to get into it. It's Afagados in the first game, not in the top 3 divisions, so hopefully we can go out there with this young side and put in a bit of performance, and hopefully some of these can make a case for being selected when we get into the proper league season in April. So here we are, first game of the league season, and if we're ready for some butchering of both sides players, Marcelo now goes into Bruno Mateus, out to the near side and Victor Gabriel, Marcelo, Mateus looking for that ball, but Gerardo cuts it out and Marquez goes back to Everton. He goes back to Ayrton Jr. who fires it forward. Ned Daniel, Gabriel intercepts that pass, Marcelo, Mateus, Lucas Andre, looks that ball into Italo, he turns into Everton Felipe, Rodrigo's through 1-0, 4 minutes on the clock, Rodrigo first chance of the game, gets the goal, Everton Felipe with the through ball, Rodrigo 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, puts it in, Monster Sport de Recife 1, Afagados 0, first chance, first goal, lovely play, Albert Italo turning with the ball there into Everton Felipe, and Rodrigo puts it under the goalkeeper, and it is 1-0 here early on in this game. That's a great start, exactly what we needed to do, and I think we've just got a free kick as well. Everton Felipe, as the clock ticks over to 6 minutes, scores from about 20 yards, 2 shots on target, 2 goals, brilliant start. Everton Felipe getting an assist and a goal in this time as well. 2-0 up, what a great free kick that is, and what a start to this game. And we said we should really be comfortable in this as Marino cuts out that pass and Felipe back to Deneville in the goal. Marcelo now with a bit of time and space goes square to Philippe and into Marino, and that's a nice passage to play there. Italo looks up on to Cosme, he goes back to Lucas Andre and all the way back to the centre back now, hanging onto the ball nicely. Again, it's a lower league team, so not sure how much we can get out of this. Cosme squares it, Rodrigo scores, 3-0 up inside 10 minutes. This state championship might be a little less challenging than I expected it to be. 10 minutes on the clock, well, just under 10 minutes on the clock. It is 3-0. Excellent work there. Cosme squaring the ball for Rodrigo, and we make it 3-0. As now Afagados come forward for the first time, but Victor Gabriel heads that away. Cosme now into Mateus, short passing and all the way back to the goalkeeper again. Marcelo now, again, no pressure on him at all as Victor Gabriel looks down the line for Cosme. Bruno Mateus, Gabriel again, back to Cosme. Mateus looks up ball top, Rodrigo takes it down 1-on-1 straight at Jonathan, gets the rebound and scores. No one reacted except him. 4-0 up, 15 minutes on the clock. This could be an absolute cricket score here. I mean, it's a nice version of some pre-season friendlies here to get some minutes under the belt. Lucas Andre, Victor Gabriel, back to Mateus, squares it to Marino, ball into Everton Felipe, squares across, Rodrigo, flag goes up though, it remains 4-0. That could have been 4 in 17 minutes for the 27-year-old striker. Not to be only a hint of offside surely there, but as it stands we are top of the table. As Marcelo now comes forward into Bruno Mateus, Cosme now, square to Victor Gabriel, looks that ball across, Everton will get there first and Jonathan can clear it away, only as far as Felipe. inside the Afagadas. Ball through for Bruno Mateus. 1-on-1 straight at the goalkeeper. And we're just going to change this around. If we put our formation on as well, both playing the 4-3-3, as Marquez into the Recife box, goes back to Emmanuel. Is he going to get forced back in? He doesn't. Goes square to Juffo. Pressure on him there, but he gets the ball to Catano. Catano down the left hand side. He looks to get the crossing with his right foot. Daniel's there. Free header. 4-1. That is a poor goal to concede there. Giving him a free header about 8 yards out. And it is 4-1. Brilliant work from Catano there on the left hand side. Onto his right foot. Gets the crossing. Daniel, no challenge there. Who's the defender marking him? Marcelo. Didn't get anywhere near him. 4-1. Poor to concede that goal there. It's the first shot they've had on target as well. But half time, it is 4-1. Had a lot of shots so far and I'm happy. Boys seem very happy with that. And we're going to get into the second half here. As STA have gone 3-0 up as well. Weatherton with throw into Ayrton Jr. Weatherton will fire it forward. Marcelo gets up, but it's fell to Gerardo. Into Janio Daniel. Daniel now through. 1-on-1, hits the shot. And Denival makes a meal of it, really. Goes outside the post for a corner kick as Victor Juffo will take it out swinger with his right foot. Header, and Denival gets down to his right. Comfortably hangs on to that. Again, he will not be first choice goalkeeper when the season starts, I don't think. But we're going to look at who plays well in these games and obviously give a bit of rotation in this early part of the season. I think we can afford to do it. Like I said, there's only really 2 or 3 tough games. As Everton Felipe will put this corner in. He does put it in, headed away. Lucas Andre picks it up back to goal. Into Felipe. A lot of time space. Into Rodrigo. Puts it through the goalkeeper. Flag goes up. That's the second goal he's going to have cut out in this game. And it's time to make some substitutions. So we are going to bring on... who are we going to bring on? Let's have... Everyone's relatively fit, so let's look who's not playing well. Helbert Italo is going to come off for Pedro Neresi. Goalkeeper, no point. Marino is going to come off for Uathon. Marcelo is going to come off for Sabino. And Bruno Mateus is going to come off for Denner. And I think that is all we've got. 5 changes. Wait, no. Caceres is coming on as well. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the 5 changes. I think that is all we can make. As yeah, 5 changes. So we'll make those 5 changes. 5 of the lesser performing players, shall we say, coming off. 20 minutes for some of these boys to see if they can make a Marcus Sabino wins ahead of there comfortably. But it's on as far as Marquez. Into Marquinhos. Now towards Juffo, but it's cut out. And Denival can play a 1-2 with Felipe. He looks out to the near side and Everton Felipe. Looks that ball into Rodrigo. Can he get there first? Jonathan has dived over the ball. Rodrigo, what a block that is from Ayrton Jr. It remains 4-1. And Rodrigo could have had 5 or 6 today. 2 cut out. 2 given away for offside. And that one there where I thought for all the world he was going to score. What a great block it was too from Ayrton Jr. As we go into the final 10 minutes of the game, we've been pretty dominant today, I've got to be honest. As expected as well. I mean, looking at this league, we shouldn't lose too many games in this state league. As Ayrton Jr. looks forward, Daniel wins the header back to Juffo. He looks to the near side in Catano. Catano comes in field and goes back to Silva. Force back one more to Emiliano. Silva once again. Juffo looks at switch ball to Marquinhos. He can keep it in on the right side. Pulls it back onto his left foot. Goes back to Marquez. Back into Marquinhos. Holding them up. They're not really getting anywhere at the minute. Gets towards the ball and gets the crossing. Catano's going to get up and Denival drops it. And Felipe can smash it away. Juffo into Emmanuel. Marquez. He's going to play the ball through for Marquinhos. Surely there's an offside flag there. And there is. Went up very, very late. Like I say, this goalkeeper does not fill me full of confidence as we go into the final 5 minutes of this game. And we should just see it out now for a comfortable 4-1 victory here in the opening game of the save. It is a job well done. Monster Sport de Recife in their first competitive game beat Afaganos 4-1, and it was done in the first 15 minutes. Goals from Rodrigo, hat-trick for him, Everton Felipe with the other, assists for Everton Felipe and Cosme, either winger. Rodrigo with a 9.4, Everton Felipe with an 8.4. Great start to this season, well, to the State League, doing what we have to do, getting some minutes under our belt. There will probably be plenty of changes for the next game, and we'll get into that now. Also, we're going to quickly look at the transfers. Defender Gustavo Medina is coming in for £27,000. He is a Brazilian 19-year-old. Just looking at his numbers, physicals are okay, mentals pretty good, technicals are okay, potential ability 3.5 star. Probably could do a job. Again, some of these players we're looking at signing, hopefully to sell for a bit of money. We've got Hamilton, who is a 15-year-old from Cruzeiro, defensive midfielder or central midfielder. Some okay numbers considering the fact that he's 15, hoping that he can really mature into a good player. Again, he's on a free, so hopefully we can do it. And MT is the other one. He comes in from Vasco, can play on the left back, centre midfield, left wing or striker. In terms of his numbers, pretty quick, good finishing, good dribbling, good first touch. He's a winger and can play up front, so multitude of positions, which is what we like. Also, offers have gone in for Jaime Botero, who I believe is a Colombian winger. Costing a 12, dribbling a 12, first touch of 14. Again, another 20-year-old. Some okay potential there as well. Potential to be 4.5 star ability. We'll see if he can fill that out. And an offer not long gone in for Felipe Caballero, who is an attacking midfielder or a striker. 14 dribbling, 14 finishing, 13 first touch. What we play as an advanced forward. Technique of 10. Passing's a bit low. Off the ball's at 12. Work rate as well could do with being improved. Pace at 12, stamina of 11. If we can just improve some of those physicals, we'll be a good player, I think. And like I say, we want to get some young players into this squad. As for the outgoings, a lot of youngsters gone. So Bergatin, Adriano, Rivaldo, Paulinho, Adrian, Weverson, Welberti, Flavio Souza, all players that are surplus to requirements really. Not a lot of money for any of them, a total of 7,000 rising to 9,000 for each of them. So a little bit of money, we've got some money left in the wage budget, there's a little bit in the transfer budget too, but again, with being limited to signing only under 21 players, very limited to what we can get in at the moment. So with this save, we're going to do one full game in an episode, and then we're going to do highlights of a couple other games to go with it. So this game is an away tie against Ibis. Team for today's game is Malson in goal, Sander, Ryan, Marcelo and Uethun. Paolo Roberto sitting in front of them. David, Leonardo and Harrison in the centre midfield. Vanegas on the left, Jadison on the right. Oliver Gomez playing up front this time. Again, this will just be a highlights package of this game. So let's get into it. It's Ibis versus Monster Sport Recife. Nilson Jose takes the goal kick now, fired up. Ryan wins it, and Sander can bring it down to the path of Vanegas. Oliver Gomez switches it out to Jadison through 1-on-1. Can he get the goal? Goalkeeper goes down, and he does score. And Jadison with the opening goal of the game, 7.5 minutes in. Ibis 0, Monster Sport de Recife 1. That was a cracking ball from Oliver Gomez. Turns, fires it out with his left boot. Jadison takes it down, goes in 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper goes down far too easy, and Jadison from a tight angle. It's a good finish actually from that sort of an angle, and it's 1-0. It's going to be a free kick here. Is it going to be Everton? It should be Harrison. Hits it. Oh, is it the inside of the person? David Leonardo puts it in. 2-0. Flag stays down. Great free kick from the youngster Harrison, and David Leonardo puts it in. 2-0. Let's see that from behind Harrison. Oh, it's the inside of the post. That is unfortunate. But David Leonardo, quickest to react. 2-0. Goal kick fired up, and Paolo Roberto can win that this time. Sander. David Leonardo with a nice little 1-2. Gives it back to Vanegas now. Down the line for Sander. He little back heel to Vanegas. Oliver Gomez. David Leonardo fires into Jadison. 1-on-1. Goes down. Penalty kick. Inside half an hour. I don't think we have VAR in this league. And Vanegas is going to step up. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, rolls it into the bottom corner. Half an hour, 3-0. Like I said, this state league, the only real challenge I see is the game against Nautico, which in itself is a derby game. Nice penalty from Vanegas, rolls it in, 3-0. Harrison in towards Leonardo, takes it down, gives it back to Harrison, fires it in, went through the goalkeeper, 4-0. Harrison with the goal. His free kick into David Leonardo, took it down, gave it back to Harrison, and running in, just fired it through the goalkeeper. Takes it down, wondering what he can do there, lays it back. Harrison first time, and well, the keeper went with it with his wrong hand. 58 minutes on the clock, 4-0, doing the job again. Gets a team that we're expected to beat. Into the final minutes of the game, it's going to be a comfortable 4-0 victory here. Ibis restricted to no shots on target, just the 2 shots for them in total. We had 32 shots, 5 on target, not clinical enough. XG of 3.77, 4 goals from it. Good performances. Harrison turned in a good performance in centre midfield. So did Vanagas on the left side, 8.1. Good performance from the boys. Expected, like I said, in this state league, it's going to be relatively easy for the most part. I think we've won it like 40 times. I think something stupid like, I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, as I just said, we've won this state championship 42 times, been runners up 22 times, won it last in 2019, runners up in 2016, won it in 2017. So it goes to show that while we weren't in the strongest position to begin with, this is a tournament that we generally always win. And like I say, we just need to get through this. It's good pre-season for the boys, really, as when we go into the main season in at the end of April, 24th of April, we play the first league game of the season. We've obviously got those games, and then we've got the Northeast Regional as well. So there's a lot of games to get through before we get into the main part of the season. We know that we've actually got a Northeast Regional game coming up now, so this is going to be in amongst this. This is really hectic start to the season. Playing Saturday, Wednesday as we go in. We're going to leave it there with the opening 2 games of the season, a 4-1 victory and a 4-0 victory in the 2 games there. We'll come back for the game against Nautico in the State League, and then we've got the Northeast Regional. And have we got anyone? So we've got ABF, who are, I'm not sure what league they're in. They're a top league team, I believe. Fortaleza, Vitoria, Bahia. So this is relatively important. So looking at the schedule, we're going to come back for the Nautico game and probably show both of the Northeast Regional games, either side of it, I think. And then where do we play? See, I'm not sure. We don't seem to play all of the teams here. So we've got, do we play teams from both leagues? I am confused with how this works. I've got to be completely honest. Rules. We're in the group stages, I think. Are we? Group stage starts on the 20th of the 1st, so we're in the group stage. We play the 7 games we should play. So we should play ABF, Fortaleza, STA, Vitoria. Let's filter out them and let's put in the Northeast Regional. CSA, AAA, JAC. So we play teams from both groups, which is utterly bizarre. Okay, so we don't play all the teams, and then, oh god, this is really confusing. I've just hit the I'm so confused. I've just hit the arrange friendly button. Right, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Let's cancel this. Let's filter back in all these fixtures. So, as you can see, I've never been to South America before, never been to Brazil before. Hell of a lot of games to play. So many games to play. There's going to be a lot of rotation. We're just looking at who's played and who hasn't. I can imagine that of these, 77, I think I counted 77. 65 now. Of these 65 players, plus what come in, we're going to be playing a hell of a lot of games this season. Anyway, after that utter confusion, we're going to end the episode there. Like I said, we're going to come back for the Nautico game, so we're going to play through some of these state games and Northeast Regional games, and we'll come back for the Nautico game, probably the 2 Northeast Regional games in amongst it as well, highlight packages on those. If you've enjoyed what we've done today, if you enjoyed what we're doing with this save, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.